Uh-oh! It's us again.
Here we go again.
I know everybody is looking forward to seeing us, right?
Yes, of course they are. Why wouldn't they be?
And there,
Hello,
and there
everybody.
is no heresy. Well, actually, there's plenty of heresy over here. Lots of heresy.
Welcome to episode 27 of our Sit, Talk and Hobby series. Yeah, we've done pretty well so far, haven't we, Tom?
We're keeping a good flow going.
Yeah, Tom is slowly losing his mind
I am.
due to work.
Yeah, I'm
So
breaking.
excuse him.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But Tom, let's start the evening with what are you working on tonight?
Right, well, I was supposed to be working on Black Templar stuff, but this thing drew me in. My exorcist for my sister battle. Here we are. This is how far I've got with it. I'm just going to do a little twirl. We're almost there. I'm on to fine details. I even took the sister out of the bloody carriage with the screwdriver a minute ago because I'm trying to paint the keyboard that she's got, and I was like, no, I'm going to need to take her out. So that is what I'm going to try and finish during this stream, but we shall see how we go. But mainly because I've got a game with Dom on Thursday, and I am playing my sister battle with some knights.
Oh, are you going to bring that in?
Yeah, I'm bringing. Yeah, oh yeah, the Exorcist is coming if I finish it. Yes, 100%. Yeah,
Awesome
I'll just take out a couple of the units I did to bulk up to the 1750, which was the Grey Fax and some Inquisition units. Because I was trying to make it a bit fluffy, I suppose. But yeah, and basically when I finish that Exorcist, I'm going to start just because these are actually after these Exorcists, I've got this and this, and then this, and that's actually every Sister Battle Army as a model I own done. And then then I can purchase my next thing for that because that's kind of what I'm trying to do now is finish what I've got for an army before I buy another thing for it because I really want to get some impulses for my Black Templars as well, but I can't do that until I finish all my Assault Intercessors, and I'm getting there. But you know, it's yeah. And good evening to everyone who just joined us as well. In case you didn't see the Discord link, here it is again. Feel free to come and join us on Discord. I will make you a member when I see in your waiting room, and then you can come and join all the shenanigans that go on behind the scenes in the Discord channel. Mainly gifts at the moment. That seems to be a big thing going on.
Yeah, if you love being spammed by gifts constantly,
yeah,
come and join it.
in humorous ways. It's fun. Anyway, Dom, I feel like we've digressed from the subject matter here. What are you up to tonight, mate?
Well, I'm going to start the evening gluing some, you know what, Necrons. And then I'll probably digress into some painting of Greater Possessed, which I'm also working on, which are kind of right there at the moment. So they are my two things I'm going to be working on tonight. Until I get fed up doing Necron Warriors, I will be working on them.
Ah.
What about everybody in the chat? What are you working on tonight?
Yeah, come on. Let's be having some informations, and I'm trying not to crack.
Yeah, Tom. You need to take a break, Tom. You just disappear for a minute. And
I'll go and scream in a closet.
Yeah, I'll hold the floor there.
Hi, Underdog. Hope you're doing well, man.
So I've got a fair few people in the chat already tonight. Gavin is attempting to troll me in regards to my Necron Flyers being killed by Tyranids.
No, he doesn't.
Well, looking at the new Necron rules, Gavin, I don't think that's going to be a problem anymore.
Ah, Murder Fang for Mr. Holland as well. Good, another one. So,
Oh no!
Oh no, that's not good.
David, that is not good. Oh man, it doesn't rain but it pours, doesn't it? It's just when that kind of stuff happens, no, it's terrible.
You look up at the sky and go, oh well, could be worse. And then
the ceiling falls in.
Then as you look up, yeah, something's coming like a piano or something. You're like, there it is.
Oh, 7,000 pin layers.
That's a good. I mean, that's like me doing the white on this. That took quite a few layers, I must admit.
What did you undercoat it with?
I undercoat silver, and then I go with a layer of Celestial Grey. And then I build up the layer. It's the only way I can get a nice white. That's kind of how I do it now. Look, it looks smooth. It looks smooth. That's why those wings look quite nice. See, look, nice wings. White wings.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
tactical squads. David, what chapter do you
Yeah.
play?
Oh, new person doing orange. That is a yeah. I mean, that's quite a challenging colour for a starter. I mean, I'm quite glad I started with like simple blacks and reds, quite frankly, when I started painting, because they were fairly easy to attain and get.
Underdog, it's Space Wolves as well. Very nice. I
Mr.
was tempted.
Go on.
I've been tempted a few times with doing Space Marines, although I've never really been that tempted. But Sides of the Emperor is one that I thought would be really cool to do, and that's quite a daring paint scheme, I think.
They should put no orange or yellow on the box. Well, I think what they should do is maybe when you buy it, they should have gradients of experience to kind of like to how you paint. So like if you're just starting, use these colours, and then if you're intermediate, do these colours, and then when you're like really good, go with these crazy colours like purple and pink and things like that. Where
Yellow.
yeah. Hello, Mr. Ceres. Welcome. It's good to see you again.
Nice and early today, Sarah. It's good to see you. Normally you come in towards the lottery reading part of
the wing and a prayer section of the the stream.
Also, Dave Holland is in the chat tonight, and he is also part of the lottery campaign. So, who knows if Zinch is looking down at us, we might be winning.
I feel like I should join your bloody syndicate at this rate. Give you some extra lines.
Do need to win, Dave. But we'll go into that later anyway.
Yeah.
So, Tom,
yeah.
Let's talk about the preview over the weekend.
Oh, yes.
Did you catch all of it, or did you just catch parts
No,
of it?
I watched the whole thing, and as people in our Discord know, I tried to keep anyone who maybe couldn't watch the stream up to date with the key releases. I was doing a lot of screen grabbing and shotting, so of all the Necrons and Space Marine stuff. Admittedly, one of those factions got a few more things than the other one, which I have mixed feelings on. I do feel, although I'll tell you what I do feel about it.
Go for it.
I feel that this will probably be the last Space Marine stuff we get for quite a while, in my opinion.
Yeah, I reckon we've probably got a few months before we.
I think we've reached critical mass, especially with the new codex coming out. I think they're gonna. I think they were. Mr. Blue's like wrong.
Wrong.
Okay, maybe I should say I hope it's the last, because even as an avid Space Marine player that I am, I do feel it's getting a little bit stupid now. But the thing is, I can't find any other things that we kind of had all those grainy pictures a while ago when we had the land spears, so we knew they were kind of.
Oh yeah.
We knew they were coming at some point.
Well, I'm going to say along the side with the Necrons, like for ages, that's a Felpire and other Necron players have seen it. There was that image, and in the background behind the monolith, they had the 6-shooter destroyer, and no one knew what it was. And then suddenly they went, "Push! This guy's down," and we're like, that was the last model.
Yes.
And then obviously at the weekend they went, here's some more models. So. I think Games Workshop are very good sometimes with their leaks.
Although, I mean, obviously you saw the unit count for Space Marines, yeah? 98 data sheets now in the codex, which is utterly stupid. And that's not if you take into account like a supplement codex, which probably pushes it well over 100 when you get some of their special units in. So.
Oh yeah. Imagine being a Blood Angel player, or like we said, we've got Space Wolf players in the chat. That's a crazy amount. Yeah, of course, David as well. David's in the chat is saying the weird thing is Dark Angel supplement is being delayed. So
yeah, Forgeron isn't too
special for
sorry.
So yeah, like Dark Angels aren't there, Tom. Does that mean that maybe the Lion is returning?
Well, they haven't done the Chaos release yet, so.
Oh, shots fired!
I've just seen 1,000 Dark Angel players roll their eyes now. So,
yeah. Oh, here we go
again. Here we go again. Oh, I haven't heard this one before.
I would love to see the Lion return. To be honest.
I think I think he's a good Primarch to bring back actually, because he's a bit out of the standard way of doing things. I mean, I'd love to see Dawn return, but there's so much kind of know, not a lot of information on what happened to him yet. So it's kind of he's either dead or he's alive, but you just don't know, do you? So
I think it's going to be quite. I think the Lion is definitely different, and he's got a bit of beef with Gilliman. I think Dawn. There is a little bit of beef between them. They are very similar in their styles, so I think the Lion would kind of change it up a little bit. I would like to see him.
Yeah, and obviously further up there we saw Martin was going on about the heavy intercessors. Yeah. I mean, even I'm a little bit. Oh, okay. So everyone went to 2 wounds, but now we're going to have a 3 wound troop choice for the Space Marines. Okay. Yeah.
I'm normally one to beat Marines and kind of poo-poo them, but the heavy intercessors, I really like the look of them.
They do look very nice. I can't deny that.
They were beautiful, and I think, for me, I've got my big guard army, and I've always thought it'd be quite nice to have another detachment or something. And I was kind of thinking, those heavy intercessors with my guard would be beautiful, even if it's just a couple of squads. I'll be like, oh, that would be quite tasty.
Indeed.
Alongside. But rules-wise, they are pretty nasty.
I think, borderline insane would be the correct term, I think. I mean, it does depend on the point cost, I think. And also how many you can take. Because obviously, I think having it... Was that? Yeah, they're troop choice. I mean, obviously... However, I don't know if anyone spotted this. Did you see in the... unit entries, they had a core entry at the bottom as the unit type, core.
Okay.
So, and obviously that's a thing from Fantasy, if I remember correctly, back in the day.
Oh right.
Yeah. Where you had to do percentages, if I remember correctly, if I do recall. I mean, obviously I don't think they're going to do that, but there could be something about maybe a number of core units you have to take or allowed to take, in a kind of a balanced list or something. I mean, you just don't know. There's so many things they could throw out in a new codex. It's difficult to.
Yeah, I think for me, as long as the points are fair, I don't care.
Oh, look at that! It rhymes.
Yeah, as long as the points are fair, I don't. There should be something I write on Warhammer World on the wall. When they walk in and go, look, I've got these new Primaris Marines, and he just goes, look up. And goes, ooh, we'll come back later. We just up the points a little bit.
I mean, however, on the flip side, obviously that new Necron rule came out with regards to the reanimation protocols happening on each wound of a Necron. Yes. So it's like a feel no pain now, which is an interesting change.
Yeah. I like it. At the moment, on
face value.
Face value, I like it, to be honest. For Necrons. Although I've always liked having a squad of 10 Immortals, and then that squad gets somehow reduced to 2. And then, not in the following turn, but maybe the next turn, that squad then zooms back up to 7 or 8. Where, of course, this way, it would be a bit more...
depending on your dice rolls.
Instantaneous. Yeah. And it's a way it's boosted them as well, because you've got your Cryptex, you've got your reanimation... barges.
It makes them more viable now, those other units, actually, I think, doesn't it? Because, you can boost your initial rolls on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that's basically what Don was saying, Mr. Pyre.
Yeah. So, Pyre, if they died in turn 2, you could still roll for them in turn 3, turn 4, etc.
But we don't know if that's the case with the new rules, do we? So, that may not be the way it works.
Yeah, and so there's a few more buffing things in Necrons.
I thought of it as it was each wound, but I suppose I think it's in the White Dwarf, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you're interested, probably go and grab that, I reckon, and might be a bit more information there. I think I think Valric did a video on that particular subject the other day, so you can probably catch one of his videos at some point and see what he says about the subject. I've only briefly watched it, I haven't gone through the whole thing.
A good person to watch would be, of course, Iddick Beer.
Oh yeah, Necrons.
Necron player of YouTube.
This is very true, Mr. Beer. Yes.
Yeah, check him out if you haven't already. He's if you're a Necron
he likes
fan,
his Necrons.
Yeah, he's all about Necrons. Go check him out. There's not many of them on YouTube, that dedicate themselves to Necrons, and he is definitely one of them. Go check him out.
Oh, there we are. I'm putting this here. Forgot where I was putting this paint. That's so bad. Yeah, but I think with regards to what's happened to Necrons, I think it's a good sign for other factions getting a fair kick up the bum.
I'm just going to have a quick look at the rule, actually.
Oh, he's going for it. Dom's. But yes, the I mean, obviously, I quite like the look of the new speeders for the Marines as well. They look quite cool. I don't know if I'm going to get any, to be honest, for my Templars. It's not really a unit I've strongly invested in the past, so, and I'm not really one to go and grab a unit just because it's really, really good. I mean, actually, to be fair, they do look very good rules-wise. Especially the heavy one, I think it was, with the triple multi-melter on it. I mean, because obviously vehicles don't have that -1 to hit anymore. That's quite an intense boost to that. So.
Okay, so just say the wording on this one at the moment is now they can reanimate after each enemy attack.
Yes. So
extremely tough to kill off. Okay. So that's quite interesting.
So I guess we'll see. Maybe it just gives more opportunities to do it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Rather than once a phase. But as you said, it does depend if it carries over to ones that are already dead, or if it only affects ones that have been shot at.
So. Yeah, I mean, it's quite an interesting discussion, really. You think about it, because before you'd shoot your Necrons and you'd reduce it down to a squad of 1 or 2 if you didn't kill them all off. And then X-Man could come back. But throughout each phase, you know how many you've killed off and how many are not, they won't be coming back. So it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic works for Necrons.
Yeah, I'm interested.
There's a few things in place to kind of keep them going. So who knows? Who knows what some of the other command protocols are?
Indeed, and obviously you've got your little super stratagem, super ability now, haven't you, as well? Which I can't remember what they're called now. Directives or something.
Yeah,
for the whole army, which should be interesting, where you can enact per turn or whatever, and they've got different options that you can do for each level, which is quite a nice thing. So
you before the game you put which order you want to put them in, and then depending on what all the rules are, obviously there's probably going to be some dynasty specific ones.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see how it goes. So that's really good, really positive, and like you said, it's good for Xeno races, I think.
Yeah.
Good to see what happens with Orcs, with Eldari, Drukhari, and
Orcs need a fair old kick up the bum. So I think to bring them into line, and hopefully they get some sort of super doctrine like everyone else seems to be getting, which I think everyone will do. I think that's going to be a thing for all armies if you play a pure army, because obviously the army I'm taking against you on Thursday is not a full Sisters of Battle army, so I can't use a Sacred Rite, which is my version of the doctrine.
Oh, right.
But I've played the 2 knights that I am bringing as well, the 2 Morax knights, and they are disgusting. As per that conversation I had when I was looking at the strategy and going, even I was like, can I really do this?
So, Tom, you are bringing knights.
Yes.
Sisters of Battle, Inquisition. Is that it?
Probably no Inquisition. If I finish this, no Inquisition. Just Sisters of Battle and knights.
Okay, so at the moment, I'm not going to tell you exactly what's in my list.
It's all right.
Because, why would I? But I do have Khorne Demons and maybe...
Dom, I'm not going to sort of, really
Scully.
You sent me your list.
Oh, I've changed it since then, mate.
Oh, I see. Right.
Scully is...
This is what I've got to put up with. You see, he doesn't even let me tailor. He just changes. I mean, I haven't done that at all either, so...
Yeah, where does that tank come from?
I painted and earned this, all right? Bloody organs. No, however, if anyone was wanting to get an X-Sis for Sisbout, very nice. So, and obviously, if you do like your knights and stuff, there was a very good knight game that went up at the weekend, which doesn't seem to have had an awful lot of views, actually, Dom, which I was quite surprised with.
Knights are a niche thing.
Yeah. I think. So if you haven't watched though, go on have a little watch of it. It's a good report. So, It might have also had something to do with the fact all the keywords I was jacking around with over the weekend, but I don't know. We'll see. Well, it's one of those things. Trying to get things right is quite a challenge on YouTube, actually, to be honest.
Yep. No, that is very true. I have also been experimenting a little bit with some of our tags.
You've done some
we
Instagram.
might have sabotaged ourselves.
Yes.
So who knows?
But we'll leave it alone for a month and see how it goes. I think that's probably the best thing to do now.
Serious. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to play Matt and his Imperial Knights. It's just so many cool little things happened. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And by the end of the battle, it was quite brutal.
Don't give it away. Yeah,
it's brutal, isn't it? It's going to be big robots smashing seven shades of oil out of each other. Martin.
You can say the S word. It's okay. It's an adult channel, Dom.
Well, you don't have to, Tom. I'm just saying.
Say it.
Yeah, Michael Bay kind of stuff. You are right.
And
so what else was revealed at the weekend? So also the new Death Guard model.
Oh yeah, the new.
What do you think of him?
I really liked it. I mean, obviously it's basically a warp smith for the for Nurgle, essentially, from what I can guess. And yeah, obviously I don't really have many vehicles in my army. In fact, I have none, because I play primarily Gleaming Lords, which are all Terminator based, where I can sort of do it. Which is my current plan is to stick with that, to be honest. Heavy infantry, so I don't know if I will pick him up because I haven't really got any way to benefit from his rules at the moment. But eventually I will pick up some nice. I'll probably pick up some Blight Haulers, maybe. I think it's Blight Haulers, isn't it? I think it's the that's the ones that fire the cannon at long range, isn't it? If I remember correctly, I always get them mixed up.
I don't know which one you mean. Do you mean the mortar one?
Oh yeah,
or do you mean
yes, the mortar. Yes.
I don't think that's a demon engine. Is it? Is it a demon engine?
Yeah, but maybe it was not demon engines for them though. Maybe it's just Nurgle stuff.
Oh, I thought it boosted demon engines. Plague Burst Crawler.
Plague Burst Crawler. That's the one I'm looking for. Sorry, I couldn't. It is. Yeah, there you go. It is demon engine. So there you go.
No, it's okay. Well, I'll take it back. Yeah, that's quite a good little thing.
And obviously, I'm quite glad Death Guard are getting their new decks because obviously they were one of the original releases for 8th, so they're quite far behind a lot of other codexes. And yeah, and hello Andy. Yes, okay, yeah, got a demon safe, so there we go. But Nurgle is sitting over there to the left of me, ready to be painted. I've got about 20 models to do for them. Then that army's finished as well. For the moment, anyway. Well, as in what I own. I'm calling it finished now when I've painted all the models I own for that particular army in my possession. And then I can then start buying one model at a time, which has been my goal for a long time to get to. And I'm really, really pushing myself this time to try and finish bits. So basically, my next big target, probably after I finish, is to definitely finish all the Templar stuff I've got because of our Apocalypse game in October.
Yes.
So I've even taken a day off to get prepared for that, which
psych yourself up.
Well, I've got a psych
bit of meditation
for the big loss, so we'll win.
Yeah, who knows? Well, you're going to have a codex.
Well, we've discussed, haven't we? We're gonna do the 2 wounds for all the chaos, aren't we? So I think it's.
Yeah, I think that's going to be covered.
We know enough about the weaponry to say yes, you can have this and this and this, don't we?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I think they are essentially they're going to do both chaos, and Imperial Marines. They're not just going to say, "Here's your Imperial Codex. You've all got 2 wounds. Wait 6 months, chaos. It's going to come for you as well."
Any minute now.
Yeah. David in the chat there. He can't wait for the massive brawl. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. It's been a long time since we've managed to sit down and do a game. So of that magnitude. And we're going to obviously try and keep it in our normal, around about an hour and a half session, hopefully, as in filmed, obviously, not the actual game time. Jesus. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. But yeah, I agree with Mr. Blue. I think, as you were just saying, Dom, I think there will be a drop for that kind of stuff. It would be rather foolish for them to do that because I think it would alienate a lot of Chaos players. And I think the term of I think the people saying that I'm not going to play Marine players, I think that would actually happen. So.
Oh, bad, yeah. You'd be like, come on, you've all got a wound increase on me anyway. Yeah, it wouldn't help. So yeah, it will happen. They will literally just kind of go, look, here's the changes for everyone across the board.
But we also, the other thing we got this today, well, yesterday, was some new terrain, didn't we, Dom?
We did, yeah. A friend of ours who kindly donated some terrain before has donated a couple more boxes of terrain.
Yes.
So this will go towards running our events in the future. We're gonna what we pride ourselves on, Tom, is that we have individual boards. They're not the same terrain across.
Every board is different.
Had a different story, and yeah, that's going to be incredible. We got to sort through them at some point. We've got boxes. You can kind of see underneath the table at the moment. A lot of that has not featured on the channel before, so there is a lot of terrain there.
And those two just behind me over here, that is two big. How many litre boxes? 80-litre boxes, which are basically full with terrain. So, and some pretty good stuff as well. I must admit, I was pleasantly surprised with what we'd received on a free. So, obviously, I don't think the person in question is on here, sadly. Otherwise, we could give him personal.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Carl is a hero of the
local area.
Yeah, and he is the guy that's I used to commission paint my Renegades and Heretics.
Indeed.
So a very talented painter and a Blood Angel player as well. I mean, we can't all be perfect, so.
Although his Blood Angels look bloody fantastic as well, so we'll see what I did there. Yeah. So yeah, but he's been to I think both our last events, so hopefully he'll be coming to the next one. Just whenever that will be at this rate. I think we're a little bit way off announcing any events at the moment, sadly, but we will do what we can do, and hopefully they don't put a can in doing an apocalypse game between now and when we do it, Dom. And yes, Andy, that'd be great to see you there again, mate. I'm looking forward to catching up with you at some point as well. We still need a game that we've been trying to sort of nail down for quite a few months. It's been a little bit difficult, as everyone can probably understand. Because obviously, I think most people don't reserve all their Wargamer friends as their second household or whatever it is. So.
Not dedicated enough.
No.
Yeah. As Andy says, damn COVID. So if you haven't already and you're in the area or nearish the area, we're in the southeast.
Yes.
And it'd be a pleasure to see you guys if you wanted to come down and attend one of our events. So we normally post them on Facebook, and we will be posting them on Discord as well.
Of course, yeah, because I know not everyone, as we just found out recently, is a lot of people don't use Facebook that actually follow us. So we're trying to provide other means of contacting you guys about stuff that we do on top of YouTube. So. Which I think is going well. I'm quite happy with the Discord so far. So I think it's starting to fill up nicely in there. And I'm
sure that's where we put a link for people to.
Do you know what? I will post it again right now in case some people have joined and haven't seen it at the top. So there you go.
Lovely.
That is valid for a day because I only do. Typically at the moment I only invite people that join the live stream just to keep it to people that we know we can kind of actively engage with at the moment. And obviously that will probably change over time, but at the moment that's kind of what we're doing. So, although there are some links floating around if you have a look around on some of our previous posts that you may be able to still sneak onto if you want to, but if you've seen this one anyway, who cares?
Exactly, it's the most up-to-date one. So what else is on the pre? So lots of Necron stuff, which I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like the new Flayed ones. Really
of course, forgot about them. They looked very nice as well.
The new destroyers as well. So the ones with the wraith tails that tunnel up and they've got the blades. God, they are beautiful. It's just the Psychomancer and the
Chronomancer.
Chronomancer, yeah.
The time one and the other one.
Yeah, the one on
the digitally one.
Death one. Amazing models, and my Necron Force is going to be comparable to my Chaos Force at this point, I think.
That'd be good though, because it'd be nice that we can, because obviously one of our main draws to our channel has been Apocalypse games, because they are actually probably our most viewed videos, I think, would you say?
Yes.
And it'd be nice to actually do another series between two different armies, because obviously me and Dawn have been toying around with the idea that he plays his Necrons and I'll play a different force, just so we can have a different.
Yeah, Tom's decided orcs.
I don't think I said that.
Well, let's agree to disagree.
I see. Maybe I'll do Grey Knights.
Yes. Have an apocalypse army of Grey Knights.
I'm not playing Tyranids, Gavin, I'm afraid. I know I may have said this on a certain video that we did.
Oh, shoot down Necron.
He's going to say it. You know he is. He can't not. I might do orcs. I've got. I mean, it would be good. I just apocalypse orc army is. I'm nowhere near that. I mean, yeah, but I'm nowhere near it. I haven't got enough for it. And I wouldn't. If the thing with me with orcs, right? If I was doing a apocalypse army, it would have to be lots of orc boys. I couldn't leave home without having double the amount of orc boys that I have now. So that'd have to be 200.
Yeah, and so the thing is, as well, like if you guys haven't, oh, Mr. Lee, hello, saying Death Watch. Apocalypse Death Watch. If you haven't seen our Apocalypse games, what we try and do in our Apocalypse games is that we have lots of infantry as well as big things,
Yes.
because I think it's just more fun having lots of different elements, not just I'm bringing loads of big stuff. I can make 20,000 points. It's like
that's easy. That's easy.
I've got 15,000 points of small stuff, and here's 5,000 points of big stuff. So,
yes.
Yeah, we like to challenge ourselves in that way.
Plus, it looks more fun.
Oh man, it looks epic.
It looks like the stuff you see in the artwork. I think that's the best way I can describe it. I think because I do want to bring my big heavy stomper, but he has to fit into the rest of the army as well. So and also, as much as we know, Apocalypse isn't always the most equal of games. We do try to make it so there's a fair chance for either side to have a good chance at getting quite a few points on the board. So it's a question of balance as well. Because if I turn up with a Titan and Dom hasn't got anything to match it, that's a bit. Well, we've played the Titan versus no Titan game, haven't we, Dom?
Yeah, it's not as much fun.
No.
As people may think.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal for the Chaos side, I think. 'Cause I think I was one-shotting quite chunky vehicles with
we lost our Shadow Sword in like the first turn.
I think it was one shot, wasn't it, from the turbo lasers?
Yeah, yeah. This is downhill from here.
But to be fair, that was back when there was destroyer weapons. So I think was it destroyer weapon? I'm sure it was. Yeah, it wasn't 8th, was it? I'm pretty sure it was 7th. That one. I think
it might have been 8th. It's definitely a macro weapon now, isn't it? On the
maybe it was the macro weapon I'm thinking of. Yes, that's probably.
Yeah, the macro weapon just destroys super heavies, doesn't it?
I mean, also we don't know what they're going to do in the new rule in the new book though, so it could get completely changed for all we know. I doubt it would get changed that much, but from the point of view of rules for the weapons, I think that's probably the bit that's going to be more focused on than maybe the points of the overall unit. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring out. It'd be nice to see some stuff from Full Drill, because it's been a little while since we've had any decent 40k stuff from Full Drill, as in rules wise. But it sounds like obviously the teams are working a bit closer together now. From that point of view.
And Full Drill are releasing their book, so
yeah,
that was another being previewed at the weekend.
Indeed, yes.
Good segue, Tom. I know you did that on purpose.
I did, to a certain degree.
Yes, Mr. Blue, the book was previewed. So if you've got your Forge World toys, they are all hopefully included.
Yeah, hopefully they're actually in there.
Unless you've got Renegades and Heretics, and they are not.
Or if you've got any cast assault rams, because apparently they got dumped as well, which is I'm very sad about, because I've got 2 of them.
Ouch.
Yeah, hopefully they'll turn up in Legends or something. I don't know. I know you'll let me run them anyway at the moment, but it's with the 8th rules, obviously. But seeing that as with anything, there will be a few models that unfortunately get sacrificed on the way. Especially when you look at the count, as we said earlier, they haven't even got the same amount of units in the entire book that the Marine Codex has, which is quite a scary thought, really. It just shows you how pared down Full Drill has come over the last few years. In all seriousness, there's not actually an awful lot left in there from maybe 5-6 years ago, maybe. which is a shame. But at the same time, they're probably just revving up to do different releases. So
I think I'm sure people in the chat will hopefully view on this as well. But I think Forge World in general have just gone over to the specialist games so much more than they ever were, because obviously there was 30k, Horus Heresy, and obviously with the passing of Alan Bligh, it kind of just halted Forge World in that element. But then with the likes of Blood Bowl, Middle Earth, Necromunda,
definitely Middle Earth seems quite a lot of love.
etc. They've all kind of just gone, actually, we'll just do releases for these. And occasionally they'll go, oh, here's something for 140,000. So, yeah, I think they're just going into that a little bit more than...
Where's the Kroot models gone? Kroot are dead, Gavin. They're dead.
Yeah, Gavin in the chat there is going on about Kroot models have gone from Forge World. The Empire have evicted them, Gavin. Yeah. They're no longer part of the Empire.
They're like, you guys do not bring a melee detachment to our... You said you could fight in melee. You're not even wearing armor. What is wrong with you guys? But, we'll see. There's plenty of... plenty of scope for them to bring multiple units back and also new units. So I'm quietly optimistic about what they end up doing. So we shall see. We shall see. But other than that, though, there wasn't really much else in the previews. I think other than obviously the other three supplements. I think Blood Angels, Death Watch, and Space Wolves were the other three.
Death Guard.
No, Death we spoke out Death Guard.
Yeah. So they've all been previewed. But I know what has brought you all here today is to talk about Cobra Kai.
Oh dear.
On Netflix.
Still haven't caught it, I'm afraid. I finished watching The Fall.
Oh well, I haven't. Whoa! Let's not talk about that. That's definitely spoilers in it. But Cobra Kai, has anyone watched it in Netflix? In the chat today on Netflix?
I mean, I know Vicky's still watching it, or I think she might have finished it actually.
There's 2 seasons on Netflix.
I think she's watched both of them.
Yeah.
No one's watched it, Dom, I'm afraid.
No one's watched it. I'm literally the only one who's watched it. Well.
Sorry, mate.
You're all missing out. That's what I've got to say to that. There you go. There's someone's dedicated to it. Yes, everyone's coming in now. They've all seen it. They all know it's good.
They saw your face, Dom. They're just sort of going, oh.
There we go. Might say what it's like.
You have something in there?
Cobra Kai is really good. So I was a little bit skeptical to start with, but it's such easy watching. It's unbelievable. I was just like, oh, I'll watch another one. And Phil saying The Boys is the one to watch at the moment. Have you watched The Boys, Tom? I don't know.
No, I haven't. Not that I'm not planning to be fair. So, I probably should do. I know everyone raves on about it, but
it is good. There's a few 40k memes in association with that. But yeah, The Boys is brilliant. Well, Tom, let me tell you this. Season 2's out at the moment.
Yes.
It's on Amazon Prime. Everyone has Amazon Prime, and they've released the first 3 in the first initial release, and then they're just slowly staggering it out rather than going, here's all of it, go for it.
That's actually I like that.
Yeah, well. I prefer doing it that way. Otherwise, you get people who just kind of sit there and watch all of it, and then you ask them a question about it, and they've got no idea what happened because they didn't take any of it in.
They were just zoning through it.
Yeah, for the sake of it, to get the badge at the end. Well done.
Get the badge at the end.
No one cares. But yeah, season 2 so far, I am enjoying.
Good. Yeah, but apart from that, apart from watching The Fall, I haven't really watched much else, to be honest. That took a little while. That was a 1 week binge, I think.
Yeah, Cirrus, it is actually wrong. You're cheering for Homelander. Although I was kind of watching some videos. Who's the new character in there? Storm something Storm, and I found out a bit of that character history, and I'm like, oh, that character could be equally as annoying as Homelander. Stormfront, that's the one.
Well, there you go. I mean, maybe we should do sit and watches, Dom. Maybe we pick a thing and watch it through with everyone.
Yeah, we can talk 40k, put 40k into it.
It'd be like a book club kind of thing, but for watching series.
I don't know if people would watch that. I think I would. And Mr. Lee is saying about BBC has picked up Battlestar Galactica on iPlayer.
Yes, I keep seeing that pop up.
Do we watch it? It's good though, isn't it, Tom?
Well, Battlestar Galactica, I never watched it. There you go.
Oh my goodness!
There you go. How do you like that?
Tom,
I'm sorry.
Make me so sad.
When was it out?
It was probably about 5 years ago.
5 years ago? I thought it was
no,
older
longer than that. Probably about 10 years ago.
Yeah, see, that's probably when I was more interested in doing other things and watching stuff. That's probably why.
2004, Mr. Lee says there.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a massive series watcher back then. I tended to do a bit more sport based back then, I suppose. Less than I am now.
Well, Tom, I think you and Vicky need to watch Battlestar Galactica.
Well, maybe we will. Maybe we will. I'll sit down and be our next binge watch. Beers, beats, battles. Now get that reference. That is some Office from America, I believe. That one. Series 2 of The Mandalorian is coming out in October as well. I still haven't watched The Mandalorian yet, but that's because I cancelled my Disney subscription, to be fair.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think everyone... the thing with Disney, so obviously in my circumstance with 2 young children, Disney is a godsend. But if you didn't have young kids, there isn't anything on Disney that you'd want to hang around for. And they released Mulan, the live action one, but you've got to pay an additional £20 for it.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. That's...
And then in December it's free. But I was like, what? I hate this about Amazon. I'm not doing it in Disney.
Yeah, there's a lot of this going on actually with streaming services, I must admit. You know, you pay to get onto the service, then you've got to pay a little extra to get something else on the service just because it's like a new release or something.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, it's just, I suppose that's just the way of the world.
Yeah, well, I'm not happy with it, Tom. We got a thumbs down again.
We got a thumbs down? Okay, look. Anyone who hasn't given us a like again, give us a like to cancel that thumbs out. Come on, it was amazing last week. We've had 7 likes though, to be fair, so that's all good. I'm assuming someone's coming on and just disliking us.
All right, should we talk about 40k? Is that what people want rather than talking about TV?
Well, I mean, I just thought this was a hangout chat, really. I mean,
I'm a little bit hurt by that.
Clearly, we were upsetting someone.
Yeah.
I'm upsetting you now. I don't know how, but yeah, I'm just hanging out with my best.
Oh
mate.
Wow! Well done, guys. That's 12 thumbs up. That is brilliant. Thank you very much.
It was Disney.
Yeah, it was Disney. Mulan. I shouldn't have mentioned that. I've done it.
It's probably all those people out there with kids going, "Oh, Mulan! These guys are talking about it. I'm off. That's it. I've had enough."
I've seen a review on Mulan, and apparently it's all right. It's not too bad. I think people are more kind of annoyed that they've got to spend £20 for it, and not get the cinema experience. So I'm probably going to watch it when it comes out on when it's free. I'm not going to pay £20.
Yeah, when you technically already paid for it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. How much have I paid Disney already? Felpire, no songs and no mushy means no Felpire. Yeah, I've heard the little dragony thing's not in it. No Eddie Murphy.
No Eddie Murphy.
And no Donny Osmond either. So.
Well, that's just unbelievable.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
I think you should write an official letter, Dom.
Will do. I'll write one next week and ask you all to add a bit in.
I have almost a working keyboard on this Exorcist now. Look, it's like a little piano keyboard down there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's got so much detail on that one,
I know,
hasn't
it's
it?
ridiculous.
Do you find sometimes when you're buying models, you get a little bit intimidated by the amount of detail on there?
Well, if you think about how long this sat on my desk before I started painting it, the answer to that would be 100% yes. It's mainly because once I put it together and you actually start looking at what you've got to paint, initially when you put it together, you're like, it's just a tank, it'll be easy. And then you go, there's lots of these things on it, and there's even roses. I mean, look, if you look in there, there's actually some roses on the floor, and a stone wash and a kind of a thing at the bottom. So it's quite a. Yeah, I know, Mr. Lee, that is very true, and I'm just I feel like I'm almost there now, but I don't want to stop doing it justice now. I need to finish off all the little bits because it will annoy me otherwise now. Mainly because I've had it all, especially now that I took the little sister out because she was blocking the piano keys. So Fox with arms legs intimidated.
Yeah, scary.
How's your dreadnought coming, Dom? The one that you got?
Oh, my
special price.
Well, I have been gluing it, but I'm waiting till payday, which is a couple of days.
Oh, and then got the other bits. Fair enough. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm going to be ordering the. So on my Leviathan dreadnought so far for my word bearers, I have got the rock drill weapon, and I'm going to get the slicey claw one, and so it's going to be a combat beast because everyone goes
the dual storm cannon or butcher cannons.
Yeah, the butcher cannons. But I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not following the trend. I'm going to do something a bit different, and I think combat's probably a bit more fun. So a combat slicing machine, pretty intimidating combat, I think. So it's getting best of both worlds. I guess they should attack there.
Oh, just going to show your comment there, Martin, because apparently your use of the words, acrylic retarder, I'm going to assume is what blocks it out, which I think is ridiculous considering the context in that is fairly clear. But anyway,
yeah. Dark Angels Leviathan painted as Deathwing. Oh, that would look nice. Kind of put a couple of what are they called, like little
wings.
Yeah.
No?
I had a little Dark Angel pack of bits and bobs from Forge World years ago. That'd be quite good. But yeah, Deathwing Leviathan, really crisp, quite nice.
Context is king. Don't upset anyone. That's the key in this wonderful PC world we live in. Yeah. I mean, I got the Red Scorpion Cullen one. That was amazing as well. I really love that model. It's one of my favourite ones to paint. I think I'm going to go back and do some more on it. To be fair, I think there's more I could do to make it look a bit more smart. So I'm going to have a little look at that at some point. But again, it's one of those things just sort of got to go back to it at some point and actually do it rather than say it's done.
And David there, he's doing Deathwing and Ravenwing.
Oh, nice. What did you get for takeaway in the end?
I've ordered a curry, actually, mate.
Ah, nice. Is it due in during stream, or did you put it on like a delayed delivery?
Oh, it's going to be late. It's always late. Normally, my curry of choice is a lamb madras.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like a good madras. Yeah.
Yeah. But like the other half, she always orders a boona, and then I sneakily have a bit. And I'm like, so I've gone with a boona today,
just for a bit of a change. That's always good.
Yeah, I've gone with normally have lemon rice, but I've gone with mushroom rice. I'm living the life. Yeah. So in chat, what's everyone's curry of choice?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm much more. I do prefer Thai curries myself. I do like a green Thai curry with some jasmine rice. That is one of my favourite curries.
I'm Thai curries. I'm very kind of like, but when I've had them, I really like them. But there's something about them that I'm not 100% sometimes. Oh yes, got some good choices coming up.
Yeah. However, if I was to go with a normal one, a madras is probably a good bet for me as well. Actually, I do like to have the milder ones every now and then. However, you could, for instance, like if you take a tikka masala and get the green chili version of it, that's how you get some extra heat in that bad boy. Probably a bit too much extra heat. Oh, mutton curry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's actually made me hungry now. Great. I'll just.
Oh, I tell you what, Tom. Do you remember at Hellstorm's event we went to last year, and they had that Jamaican food come in?
Oh yes, that was amazing. Yes,
that was brilliant.
That was one of the best things I've actually had at an event actually, because it wasn't just standard. It's some chips and some stuff. Whereas this was very, very specific. Was it dumplings and something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, dumplings and.
See, annoyingly, even though I remember it being very nice, I can't remember exactly what we ate.
It
was pasties, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we had that both days, and I know you don't, Tom. I'm pretty sure I said this before, but it gave me really bad wind.
Mate, you always get bad wind. I lose track of how much bad wind you get.
The last game of the day, I was playing a really nice game, really nice bloke, Christopher. I can't think what his surname was, but he was playing a Morty Magnus Chaos Knight list.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah.
Against my Renegades and Heretics. Just put that into context. Renegades and Heretics versus 2 Primarchs and Chaos Knights. He's such a nice guy. We're just playing, and I couldn't get comfortable. I was just sitting there like this. Right? Yeah, that's cool. Do your thing. And then I just said, sorry, mate, I need to step outside for a minute. So I was walking, because it was at Sanctuary Games. So Sanctuary Games is up north. It's an amazing venue. It's a church that's been converted into a wargaming arena. And I was just walking alongside, and I was just letting rip. And I think there was someone on the phone, and he was just like, what's going on?
He's back again.
Yeah. Oh no, Tim again. I'll call you back.
It's the crop duster.
Yeah. But yeah, it was brilliant, and really nice opponent. I did kill
one thing.
I definitely killed Morty, and I killed a couple of knights, but I think Magnus got away with it. A very fun game. Anyway.
Yeah.
Renegades and Heretics, mate. Come on.
It was always going to be an uphill battle for you, that one, mate. To be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that was one of my worst tournaments I'd had in a long time as well, because I was playing my Red Scorpions, and I think I drew 3 Riptide lists in a row. I learned how to, what not to do against Riptide, which is basically not take the list I took.
Marines.
And also, I was a jerk chicken. Oh well, yeah, jerk chicken is good as well. But yeah,
Oh man, it was good.
Well, hopefully we get to go back at some point. I mean, I do feel a bit sorry for Hellstorm, because I think they just announced another event, hadn't they? At the end of this month, and obviously now I don't think it can go ahead. Well, I haven't heard. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I believe with the new rules, I think they can't. They might not be allowed to do it now. Because the Hellstorm guys are great chaps, to be fair.
Yeah. So like for Hellstorm guys, we chatted with them for years. Like we were on the same WhatsApp group for years. We all had the same sponsor at one point, and we haven't actually ever really met them. And then we went up there for their event, and they were the nicest guys you could ask to meet. And really
well.
If you ever get to one of their events, really worth going to. Such nice people. And it was a good event. The food was amazing.
Oh, Mike, you did cancel it in the end. Okay. So I did have a suspicion. I hadn't checked last few days because it's one of those, I just haven't got around to having a look at all the various wargaming news in the community. But yeah, I thought that might be the case because of the rule changes of Rule 6. But hey, that's the world we live in at the moment. Hopefully things will settle down again. To the point where we're a bit stuck, because we've wanted to run an event for quite a while as well, but we had a doubles event planned for. Well, actually, it was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But luckily, we hadn't quite got around to sort of taking payment and all that business, so we kind of just let it roll for a bit and see how things develop, and then eventually we just found, nope, we're just going to leave it now.
We'll leave it now, and we'll see what happens going forward. There's bigger things to worry about at the moment, and
exactly.
Rather make sure that everyone was safe and happy, because it wouldn't be good for our conscience or for anyone else if you all came to one of our event and then suddenly someone was ill. And
I mean, it's not just that. There's a lot of additional work to get up to that standard of being able to do something like that anyway. And I don't think we were quite there with that, especially with the venue. I think the venue was too small, the one we were currently using anyway, for having anything near what we wanted to kind of achieve. But I said, hopefully next one, doubles event with some thematic tables. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Yep.
And hopefully this time I won't have to. Well, actually, to be fair, I did enjoy playing, but I kind of hope I don't have to play this time, just to concentrate on helping. Well, yeah, because obviously both times Dom ended up playing the last one. I ended up playing the previous one as well, so it was all a bit.
Yeah, I got to play Space Marines for the first time in several editions.
You loved it.
Oh, Gavin, are you still in the chat? Because I played Gavin, with a veteran Tyranid player. First time playing Space Marines for a long time, and yeah, Gavin and his Tyranid.
Wait for it. He's going to bring up the. I'm sure he's going to bring up some Necrons or something or other. But yeah, I mean that's it. It's a bit of a shame, but ultimately we'll get back on the thing. I mean, we'd only really started doing events the other year anyway, so it was quite a new thing for us, wasn't it, Dom?
Yeah, it's thoroughly enjoyable actually. Yeah. So we plan to do more. Obviously, when the world starts turning again properly, we'll do some more. And yeah, it's really good fun. So we're happy to do them.
Do you know, I did have a little idea for tonight's stream, which I just remembered now. I think it'd be interesting to see, because obviously we've got this Apocalypse game coming up. Now, obviously we do our own custom scenario for Apocalypse.
We do.
I think it'd be interesting if we added a couple of maybe some fan objectives in.
Oh, right, okay.
If there was any suggestions that people had that they would like to see. So like, you know, if one of us needs to kill a particular warlord or something like that, just kind of maybe some more funnish ones rather than very serious ones, but just something that would make sense from a thematic point of view. And obviously it's Word Bearers versus Black Templars. So if anyone's got any interesting ideas, let us know. We might conclude them potentially if they fit in with what we're planning, because we haven't really discussed the score system for this year yet, have we, Dom? I mean, we have not. We've got our standard ones that we always do, but it'd be nice to sort of see what people possibly think would be worth adding as some additional secondary objectives, or force X models to fail morale checks. Ooh, well, I don't know. That doesn't sound fair for you, Dom. Actually, saying that, we've got the same rule.
What's my Legion tactic?
Yeah, I was going to say actually for both. Now look, kill the witches.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's good. I've got witches, but I need one against the Black Templars guys. So think of something for killing off.
Kill the non-witches.
Or to inflict mortal wounds with my witches.
Gene seed extraction. Oh, there's a good one. Extra points for the most kills in a round. Oh, that could get spicy.
So, have you got many apothecaries in your army?
Told me you played a novice last tournament. I'll be ready for the expert this next one then. I've got some good ones there, actually. Book burner, yeah, I like it. We could do some book, Dom. You could have some special books, Dom.
Yeah, I can burn them. Burn the library. Yeah, that's a good idea. We could theme a board a little bit, couldn't we, towards some sort of library objective.
Maybe the mission could be you're collecting like an ancient book of Lorgar.
Yeah, we're just burning some false Imperium Bible books.
There is no false Imperium. I don't understand where you're getting this information from. I've discussed this with you before. There is no false book. Destroy the false faith. Exactly. There we go. Yeah, and I'm going to go that's a Black Templar one against the Word Bearer's faith. Yeah.
I think you need to take a closer look at Sirius's which looks like an 8-pointed star.
No, but I actually could see a couple of them making in. Actually, Don, what do you reckon? I think we could have a crack at a couple of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to do some interesting
good ones there. There's some good killing off psychers, and also maybe having some objectives that with the chaos
custom made up or something. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that may not mean anything to the Imperium, but may mean something to the chaos. Who knows? Come up with some nice ideas, Tom. We'll do some bit of terrain things as well.
Yeah, I will. Remember the old metal familiar that was a book on legs?
Yes. Oh, man, some of those familiars are
Do you know what?
brilliant.
Actually, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I've just had a thought. I wonder if I've actually got something up here. I've got to go and have a look now. Aha! I have. Well, I mean, it's not quite what Lee was talking about, but I do have a. I don't know if you can see this particularly well. It's a bloke with a book on his back.
Oh, there you go.
However, he is holding an Inquisition eye, so I mean.
Oh man, double bubble that one for the word bearer. Nice.
Yeah, do you know what? You might be right in the Silver Tower, actually. Yeah. I think there is something in the Silver Tower, actually. I might actually still have some of their models. I did give them quite a few of them to one of my friends because I wasn't really intending to play Silver Tower, really. I think we played it once and it didn't really take off.
So it's been a little while, but what's everyone working on at the moment? Has anyone finished anything and moved on to something else? They get a bit bored and start to move on to another.
Anyone else just put in chat? Ah, Martin Lynn has just posted a picture of a Terminator that he's currently working on. Oh, hello.
Still, oh man, Fortress Redemption.
Well, if anyone wants a bit of encouragement, feel free to put in your post in the painting and hobby section on Discord, because then everyone can see your wonderful work and we can sort of draw a bit of attention to it. Still not quite finished that Doomsday Arc, hey Sam? I want to sort of.
Well, maybe he's got several Doomsday Arcs.
No, he once he's done one, he's never going to do another one. I'm just basing that off how much he whinges about painting it. So.
You think it's a bit like the Helldrake for Chaos players? So like, oh man, I know people say free's good, but this is hard work. It's meant to be fun, this hobby. Why am I still painting trim?
Yeah, and this is my Everest.
And Mr. Lee there is gluing looters. Nice.
Are we going to see some paint on those looters, Mr. Lee? Just had to ask that question. Ooh, wait for it. It's coming. It's going to be a mega reply. He's just going to leave. Doomsday Arc in my box. Been putting that. Okay. Seems like the Doomsday Arc is one of the current little. I don't really want to paint them. I can treat myself to building. Can I remove a like? Was it you? Was it you that did the downvote, Lee? Come on, be honest.
Yeah, it's fine if you are. We'll just ban you forever.
There's 15 likes now.
Yeah, I mean the Doomsday Arc for me. I've looked at it before, but I'm really liking the look of the Walker with the cannon on it. I think that's going to be quite cool. I want to try that. A few of them. They're meant to be bigger than the other Walkers, aren't they? Well, Felpire, if you don't like repetitive, I've got like 3 boxes of the new Necron models. So, got so many of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, is anyone still waiting on their Indomitus box yet? Because I know a lot of people have got them. I don't know if still people waiting on the made-to-order ones. I'm assuming some people still are now. I think Daryl was still waiting on one. I don't know if I don't know if they've actually started going out. I assume some must have come out by now because of the they can't obviously rush them all out in December. I'm going to assume.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, Tom. Actually.
Yeah, because I know some people missed it, which is very sad. But at the same time, at least you had the opportunity to sort of crack on and get another one later down the line. Just obviously.
Oh yeah. So my moan about the Saturday lot.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Here we go.
But it's going to be a controversial one because I know there's a lot of Marine players out there, but I think a lot of Marine players are getting a bit fatigued with a constant barrage of new models.
Me?
Yeah. So obviously the release came out. Necron's got brand new models. Like these models haven't been seen before. Amazing new flayed ones. Marines got obviously the new heavy
intercessors
guys, but then they got their multi-part kits for the assault intercessors, the blade veterans, the eradicators, And I was just like, come on, what is this about? Like a lot of these box sets, we've been waiting for individual releases for ages, like the Venom Crawler, for instance, for Chaos, or Greater Possessed, or something like that, or Obliterators. But Marines, straight away, don't worry, everybody. I know you've got that monopose assault Winchester. Here's a multi-part kit. Just so you have enough stuff. Because I know Necron players here, I know they've been neglected for a while, and they've got 4 new things. But look, Marines, you've got 5 new things.
I mean, normally I'd say something mocking and mean, but I kind of have to agree a little bit. So
it's just, come on, what's this about?
With all the Marine releases, I've barely even scratched the surface on the new stuff. To be honest, I just haven't got the time to buy it all or paint it all. I mean, it's just mad. I mean, I've got enough to keep me busy for years if I want to expand out Marine Primaris forces. So I kind of agree. It's a bit mental, really.
Yes.
So with a bit of luck, it will calm down again. I think for Marines, I really hope so. I don't think they deserve any more releases now for a while.
There's just so much stuff. It's just you can't even come close to getting it all.
That was close. Almost dropped the side of my model inside my pallet. I would have probably cried and quit. Still got Dark Imperium Marines. Well, have you still got some of the kit from the Shadow Spear box, Dom?
I've got 5 Chaos Marines left.
See what you're complaining about. You've got loads left to do.
Well, to be fair, the Chaos Space Marine kit, it made sense because the old Marine kit was so out of date. They needed to get the multi-part kit, didn't they?
Make them a bit bigger as well.
Yeah, so that kind of made sense. But the Marine stuff, I'm just like, come on. Next time, the Outriders that'll be coming out.
Okay, just having a look. A few more models have been posted up.
I'll go and check it out in a little while after this.
Oh, you found some box models from his teens, Martin. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I could probably still find some models that look like that I had done several years ago, but I...
Yeah.
He's got a Rainbow Crozius! Rainbow Crozius!
This is a part of the episode where I lose parts on the floor. I got it! The multi-part Chaos Marine box is really good fun. I'm looking forward to getting that because I'm going to do. I think I said this in an 83rd War Host. I'm going to make my own Possessed because the current Possessed kit is toilet. So I'm going to make my own one. I'm going to bash them and make my own ones.
Well,
yeah, I mean, Tom, you look at the Possessed kit, they're all like, oh my goodness.
The Possessed kit is one of the worst kits.
Oh no, this is horrible.
I mean, on several levels, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Possessed suddenly became really good stuff, but the models are still trash.
I mean, that's probably why they don't get an awful lot of look on the table, really, I'd imagine, as well.
Yeah, as Sarah said there, the Gal Vorback are great. Yeah, they are great. I absolutely love them. The thing is, I want to run probably 10 Possessed at least. And it's expensive to go Forge World, and B, they're all the same poses. So I want to kind of be a bit more creative with that element and kind of make a bit more money. Yes, the old metal Possessed. Jeez. Yeah, you forget how long Possessed have been around. They've definitely had some good releases and some bad ones. So I think they just need to be updated a little bit.
Right, we're getting there now. Come on, come on! I can do this. Oh, look, she's got a red chair now, Dom. Look, that was so worth taking that model out. I made a little red back chair now.
Oh, lovely, yeah. Good stuff.
Oh, it looks a bit better. Oh God, those organs are going to be a pain to get in there, crack there. Okay, we'll do that in a minute.
Organs are going to be a pain to get in the crack.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Andy, as well. Like Andy in the chat there has gone, I've got a ton of Marines. I've no intention of getting new stuff for a very long time. Because you just get swamped with it, don't you? You want to keep up to date, and you can't keep up to date, and you want to paint it all. Geez, it's a full-time job. So
No,
yeah, I feel
like I said, sticking with what I've got for the moment because the double Indomitus set has basically given me so much to do anyway. I mean, when I've done that, I think I'll be quite proud of it and actually will want to carry on and do some new stuff. But I think it will probably be a different army that gets my attention after that for a little bit. It might have to be finishing off the Grey Knights at last.
your Apocalypse Grey Knight army.
My Apocalypse Grey Knight army, yeah, shouldn't take long. Actually, probably wouldn't take long, really.
Depends what the point increase is going to be.
Yeah. Well, oh God, come on now, don't go on the model. There we go. Don't go on the wrong part of the model. I say definitely go on the model. Just don't go on the wrong part of the model.
More scarabs to make as well at some point.
Oh dear, you don't need scarabs.
You
need more nurglings.
Nurglings? What are you talking about?
You need nurglings. That's what your Necron army. You should do a Necron infested. Sorry, a Nurgling infested Necron army. You can have like little Nurglings poking out the rib joints, all that kind of stuff. Sort of. No. Not really your thing. No. Fair enough. Got to come up with a fun idea, and there you go again. Just piss all over it. Honestly, I'm sick of this. Right, time for some Seraphim Sepia. Here we go. It's wash time.
And David in the chat there saying, I managed to pace myself by writing stories for the models. Every model is a character. Ooh. That's pretty cool. I like that. I don't necessarily write my stories down. I kind of come up with little stories for the guys. And when you're converting them all, you do come up with like, oh, this is quite a cool little character. But
you see, for me, obviously my part of the writing I do is for the little sector of space that we fight in. But I haven't really done. I haven't done that for a little while, to be fair. I've been working on. Obviously, we're trying to, as you probably noticed from the last couple of reports, we're trying to do a bit more narratively driven battles. I've actually come across a very nice piece of software on Steam called Space Engineer. I think not Space Engineer. Space something. Space something. Anyway, but it lets you dynamically generate your own solar system, and then you can do semantic things and pull through to different planets that you can generate. Problem is I need to pay for the commercial license on it because obviously I'll be using it technically on YouTube, therefore you can't use the free entities on it without incurring a small cost to it. But I think it would look quite cool to do like the intros on that, and also maybe lay out our galaxy map in a quite a cool 3D fashion. So just some ideas I've been floating about, but we'll have to see because it's a little bit of work on that, and I haven't really got the time at the moment.
Yeah, that time thing gets in the way quite a bit.
Mate, tell me about it. This month's been awful, but you know that's what we try and come into this hobby world to sort of to get through. Yeah, it just makes it a bit easier to sort of get through the week. Yeah. I actually really enjoy these Tuesdays, to be fair, because it's one part of the day where I'm sitting here just going, I'm just going to do some painting, have a chat with my best mate, and have a chat with all you guys. I think it's always good. So, yeah. Space Engine, that's the one. Thank you, mate. Space Engine, yes, that is.
Sarah says got some backstory for his Death Guard for other armies. The thing is, when I've got my armies, I do tend to come up with backstories. So I think most of my armies have got some form of backstory. I think the only one that I haven't really is my demons, because I'm not sure how demons really work for a backstory. I think they're quite hard to come up with something. But most other armies, you get some sort of idea, especially Space Marine chaps or Chaos Warbands. You're all over it, aren't you, really? Like my guard, I've got some good stuff.
I suppose my my Galerius Crusade of Templars is technically, their story is they're fighting against your 83rd Warhost. That is their whole existence. That is their crusade, is to wipe you out. So
Yeah, I just think it's nice when you come up with little character stories. Like, you don't necessarily have to write it down or put anything, just have it in your head. Or you can tell with your mates in your great gaming group, like, oh, like, this is such and such, this is what he does. And then I've always found it fun to try and kill that such and such. Um, but yeah.
No, it does add a little element to the game, I think, just to sort of just to make it a bit more believable where you're playing it as well, as in why this conflict's happening, which I think is quite a
Yeah,
cool thing.
yeah, it's all about being immersed in your hobby, isn't it,
Yeah,
really? And like you said just then, it's about escaping reality. And that if you can kind of do that and have your own narrative, your hobby, it just builds up.
it
You
adds
end
to
up
the
thinking,
it adds to the flavour.
yeah.
Death Guard, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Death Guard, yeah. So putting the Citizens models to good work. I'll tell you what I do have to get sorted out. Actually, I've got in my Templar bits box. I've got the Imperial Fists Templar Guard box set from Forge World. I need to sort that out at some point. I was going to make a little squad of kill squad out of characters to sort of because they've all got some really cool armor in that.
Yeah, and that's another thing, really, isn't it? You think of like kill team and stuff. You start off with a kill team. I did a chosen one that's worked its way into my army, and you kind of put a bit more character, don't you, into these models that you think you've only got a few of.
Because obviously
And,
I play typically with the named characters, but I think actually if I put a little bit more effort into certain things, I could come up with some fairly good characters for my crusade, really. And I've got definitely got some of the bits boxes to back it up to make some interesting stuff.
yeah, definitely. Like your Smash Captain as well. You can come up
Oh
with
yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously he doesn't even have a shield. He doesn't like shields, Dom.
why would you like shields, eh?
He's just got a grav pistol because he thinks, why would I want to protect myself? I'm killing them. I don't need to protect myself more. I just need my 3-4 up. I am more than happy with that. Have a hammer to the face, my good sir.
And Mr. Blue there says what every Chaos player thinks. Must be nice having named characters. You got him, Mr. Blue. You got him.
Damn it!
High five!
Why does this always happen? I understand. I'm sorry. But the thing is, I think what I will do is probably is make some new looking models, but use rules from the codex for them. So, like for instance, if I have my version of Helbrecht leading my crusade or something like that, I think that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, I did that with my guard for years. So Mr. Lee, who's I think probably still in the chat somewhere, my guard army, I had a Harker, but instead of a heavy bolter, I gave him a Tau kind of rifle because the story was that he was ambushed by stealth suits, managed to kill one off, and he grabbed it and used that. And then I had a Slime Arbo that I kit bashed. A lot of my guard stuff, I didn't buy the official models, I just kit bashed. And I thought it was so much more fulfilling having your own spin on it rather than having the same model that everyone else has.
Definitely, I want to. I definitely. I mean, obviously, typically, I don't tend to run the named characters in my list. To be fair, a lot of people say I should do. Yeah. Sorry, mate.
Only in Apocalypse, generally, don't you?
Yeah, only in Apocalypse, and and except for the Emperor's Champion, I think I'd love to make a custom Emperor's Champion as well. I just need to come up with a theme for him, I think, and I think it will be part of that kit that I've got to sort of drive that particular idea forward. I think I'm going to wait until they bring out some form of Primaris Emperor's Champion. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think and then I'll do something on that because I think he would look so cool being that size with with the black sword, over his head. I think it looked quite sweet. So, but we'll wait and see. I mean, there should be a Marine Lieutenant coming out soon that I can use for that. So.
Yeah, there will be at some point. Yeah, I mean, like so many armies kind of go towards having. You don't have to have a named character. You can make your own. Like the idea, isn't it, that your warlord is essentially you on the battlefield. Is what a lot of people say. So, like orcs, for instance. I mean, you've got your orc characters, you've got your fracker, etc. But what's stopping you from converting up a warlord? And just having something there. And same with like chaos, especially. We're kind of joking, say they haven't got many named characters, but you can make your equivalent of a Smash Captain or a Slice Lord and put a name on him, it's completely your narrative. Do what you want. It's your hobby.
Yeah, that's the lovely thing about 40k, though, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah,
I just think some armies it's a bit harder to come up with characters.
Yeah, definitely, because I think Tau probably have quite a hard time with doing it, because getting character into a Tau thing is probably quite difficult. I think. And maybe I don't know. I don't really know much about Tau, but I would assume just by the aesthetic of it, they're normally quite, just angular and all kind of very, the suits are very very similar.
Yeah, I can imagine it being quite hard. I think the worst one would be would be Tyranids. Tyranids, I can't even imagine you trying to come up with decent characters for that, because essentially your character at the end of whatever conflict it goes into a big pool of acid and gone. So
you've done well this time.
Yeah, you can go head first into the pool of acid. Woohoo! Slice Lord sounds like the manager's official name for a Subway sandwich.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, or a cake shop.
Ooh, cake, eh?
Yeah, you end up with little stories for your characters. So like my 83rd, I've got several named characters, but a lot of them I don't necessarily either say in the series, or I haven't really written anything down for them. It's just all in my brain. So yeah, it's all fun and games. And I think Templars are definitely like.
I can.
Your Galera's Crusade, like you say, Grimaldus wouldn't be part of that.
No.
Or Hellbreak, but become a big conflict. Your Galera's Crusade would be asking for aid from other Templars, possibly.
Yeah, naturally, and they would answer the call because 83rd Warhost say no more.
Yeah, they're not trying to kill chaos.
Those,
what they do.
Yeah, those guys need to start killing a few more of their characters off. Although, to be fair, I just need to give you plasma pistols for that. I might just send you a shipment of plasma pistols for your lords. That normally does the trick. Hello, Dante Kraken, I think.
Dan the Kraken.
Dan the Kraken, sorry, yeah, I was reading that way too in order. Also, just in case anyone has missed it, here is the link for Discord again. So come and join us. I am on the waiting room panel, ready to invite thee, whoever you may be. That's what I did there.
Yeah. As long as you're selling sexy girls on our YouTube.
Is it time for your lottery reveal?
It is. Dave, are you still out there? If you're out there, we're going to win the lottery tonight.
I mean, obviously, I'm not part of this thing. I'm just banking on Dom being really generous towards me.
So, Dan, tonight I have mainly been working on Necron Warriors. This is my 7th Necron Warrior tonight. I only have another 23 more to make.
And Dan, myself, I am currently working on my Exorcist at the moment for my Argent Shroud, which is actually coming along quite nicely. I'll just give it a little twirl. Here is the. There we go. The keyboard's actually quite nice as well. Look at this bad boy.
So that's been pretty awesome, mate.
Yes.
So those who are new to this streaming, we tend to, towards the end of it, go through my lottery numbers and see if I won the lottery. Now, this so far has not been particularly good, because obviously I haven't. But at some point, it's going to pay off, and you guys are going to love it.
One day, yeah.
For the
I tell you what, I could do like a second segment to it, where I do like, if I put some money in and I do like an online scratch card at the end of each stream.
Yes, if we win. So, just to know, this one is part of my work syndicate. So, I'll be splitting the grand sum 5 ways or 6 ways. Right, doesn't really matter at this point.
I think you should see if you won first, mate, before you start splitting.
It's a matter of time, mate. It's a matter of time.
Matter of time.
Boy, are you ready?
Well, I wish you luck. In all seriousness.
Yeah, I wish me luck as well. Right, here we go. Dave, are you ready? Here we go.
Doesn't Dave have the numbers?
No, Dave doesn't have the numbers. I hide them. If suddenly I do this, Tom. Oh no, I've lost. All right, let's have a look here.
I'm not sure you were subtle enough in that particular one there, mate. You're going to need to be more subtle.
Okay.
You just faint. Yeah, a bit of a.
It's not looking good so far, anyway. Right, let's have a look. We've got 34. We've got 34 anyway. 38. Hang on, that over. Oh no, 42. This is not looking good for Dave. Oh no, we've got a 38 there. No.
And you've won £2.
I'm pretty safe to say here we've won feckle.
Well, there's always next week, mate.
Yep. Sorry, guys, for the anticlimax there. Unfortunately, I have not won the lottery this week, so I cannot buy the gaming hall with the. Oh, Dan the Kraken. Well, that was so. With there's several lotteries here. You got the national lottery, which is all fun and games. And let me just work out. Let me just tell you.
Well, you've got the Euro. You've got the Euro Millions as well.
Yeah, that's what the one we're playing. So we played the Euro Million.
You got standard lottery. You've got set for life. You've got, there's quite a lot.
There's loads, but the standard ones, Dan, because I think I'm going to educate you in the way of the UK lottery. I don't know how much it was tonight. Normally, like the Euro lottery is something like 20 million or something like that, and then the national lottery is like 5.3 million. Me being naturally greedy, I want to go for the Euro Millions. I mean, 5 million isn't enough for me. I want to go for 20-something million.
But in your defence, you're splitting it.
Exactly. If I've got to split it 5 or 6 ways, I don't end up just $1 million.
And then
no. Dan, the Kraken is saying, I thought this was something just us money-hungry Americans did. No, greed is worldwide. It's not just you guys. We're all greedy. We just hide it in different ways.
And then of course we also have a thing called the health lottery here as well, which is for a smaller prize, but is more directed at local level health related charities, if I remember correctly. But the top prize that is I think 100,000, isn't it, per draw, which is a little bit different. But yeah, it's I mean lottery's been around for quite a while now, hasn't it? Really. Yeah, but I do remember when it first came out. It wasn't like before my lifetime. It was actually done during my lifetime. So it's not been around a long time, but it has been around a fair few years now. But yeah, no win then. Sorry, Dom.
No win tonight. Maybe next week, guys. So make sure next week you tune in. And
there's no conspiracy theory. I did say earlier in the stream it's because the Chaos Book hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, good. So Dan, the Kraken is saying the conspiracy theory of the Dark Angel Codex not being released with the others. So we reckon the Lion's coming back. Yeah, Dan, that's exactly what happened when he said this before.
Come for the model, stay for the gambling.
Yeah.
Maybe what I should do is when I get paid next is just share my screen on the lottery thing and just blow my entire wage.
Just stream it.
It's like watch me go broken for 30 minutes, and then I'll just literally cut the stream and go right. I've got to move out because I can't afford to live here anymore.
I reckon like that someone must do that because obviously you get unboxing ones. And you're like, there is
actually a guy who has a YouTube channel where he gets syndicates together to go to Vegas and he films them doing slot machines. But they'll take like $6,000 to do a particular set of slot machines, stuff like that, which is quite an interesting little chat. He's got quite a lot of subscribers actually, I think, if I remember correctly. But it's a very weird thing to watch.
Yeah, Dan the Kraken. Yeah, I hope the lion wakes. Yeah, I was saying the Lion is probably the better one to come back at the moment, and I'd really like him to come back.
I think he's a good bet. I think he's a good
narrative.
Bet.
Yeah.
Because if they're keeping the Codex quiet, I think it's a fairly good bet. Something big will happen with the Dark Angels. I think, all jokes aside.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to wrap up in a minute, my friend.
No, that's fine. I'm going to go see if I've got a curry down there. Fingers crossed, people. It's not just
Yeah.
one lottery.
So sorry if you have only just joined us. We do typically try to go for about an hour and a half. Just as the patron plug. Follow the. But as always, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for our live stream on a Tuesday. We'll be back next week. I am on call next week, I might add, so I'm hoping for no interruptions. But I just don't know.
Yeah. So what happens, guys, if Tom gets put on call I will slate Space Marines for a good solid 10 minutes, which is normally enjoyable for all of us.
Well, you watch me work in silence.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and joining in. It's been a lovely evening once again with you all. If you haven't already, come and join us on Discord.
So I've just posted a link in.
It straight away there on cue there.
I knew it was coming.
Remember to check out our sponsors below. Game.eu, amazing people, make some good quality products, and Goblin Gaming as well. So if you follow the link on Goblin Gaming, this is our little plug. You follow that link, you buy yourself something lovely, and a tiny bit of money comes back to us on the channel, and that will help us run the channel and future events. And you get free models that you wanted.
Yeah, and of course, if you haven't subscribed to our channel as well, please do so. I'm sure you probably have done because you're here, but if you haven't done, and also like this video.
Yeah, definitely. So this is Dom and
Tom
from Black Toad Studios, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Take care. Toodaloo.
Bye, everyone.